The following is a presentation of the Game Time Sports Network.
From Dave Hall Field on the campus of Columbia State Community College in Columbia, Tennessee, it's the 2026 TCCAA Region 7 Baseball Tournament. And now, it's game time.
Yes, indeed, folks. Once again, it is game time. Yeah, you got me again. I'm Jay Harper along with producer Jonas Harmon. It's the Game Time Sports Network. Game 2 about to commence between the number 4 seed Southwest Tennessee Salukis and the number 5 seed Chattanooga State Tigers. Chattanooga State, the designated visiting team, they come into this game with an 18-12 record, 33-16 overall, and they are led by their longtime head coach, Greg Dennis. Coach Dennis, he's assisted by Mike Spears. Joe Wingate, the athletic director at Chattanooga State. Southwest Tennessee, they come in today 21-9 in the conference, 37-22 overall. Eric Schoenrock, their head coach, and boy, he's got a laundry list of assistants. Jake Frederick, Jared Kirkman, Wade Weinberger Jr., and Wyan Knight, all assisting Coach Schoenrock. On the mound for the Salukis, it's Declan Spinner. Declan, number 15 for Southwest Tennessee. And Declan is a sophomore from Glencoe, Illinois, listed at 5'10", 175. This will be Declan's sixth start of the year. A 1-1 record, 15 1/3 innings of work, 10.57 ERA. So he has really not seen all that much action this year. But in an important tournament game, Coach Eric Schoenrock obviously has the confidence in this young man to face a very tough Chattanooga State squad. Leading off for Chattanooga State, it will be their second baseman, Benjamin Morgan. Then it'll be Ty Newton, and then Tyler Schaefer. Newton, the third baseman, and Schaefer, the left fielder.
Leading off the game for the Tigers, the second baseman, number 2, Ben Morgan.
Benjamin Morgan. This man is from overseas, and I do mean overseas, Prague, Czech Republic. A freshman at 5'10", 185. Morgan hitting .352 to lead the team in batting average with 6 home runs. Spinner delivers a first pitch strike. And a cut for strike 2. Trip Ray behind the plate for Coach Schoenrock's team. Tripp has really turned into a leader and a huge presence on the Saluki squad. The sophomore. From the windup now, Spinner. The shortstop making the play, Tylen Graves, as he usually does, records the first out as Morgan grounds out. Ty Newton is now the batter for the Tigers. He offers at the first pitch for a strike. Ty from Freeville, New York. A freshman listed at 5'11", 195. Another strike. Lifted out to left field, where Walsh takes care of business for out number 2.
Now batting the left fielder, number 15, Tyler Schaefer.
Spinner delivers to Tyler Schaefer, the left fielder, now the batter. Another strike. Spinner delivers. It's high and outside to go 2-1. Lifted out to left field. Walsh with his second put out of the inning. 1, 2, 3. Go the Chat State Tigers. Jay Harper again, Game Time Sports Network. This game 2 of a 3-game set on this Friday. We'll be able to tell who's playing in the nightcap today, depending on who wins this game. Whoever wins this game will play Walter State. That is scheduled for 5 o'clock. It'll probably get started a little later, depending on how this one goes. But Columbia State getting past Walters in the previous game. An 8-7 final. So Walters, the number 1 seed of the tournament, finding themselves facing the victor of this game. Again, that will be our final game of the day. Chat State, they are sending Chandler Richardson to the mound. That's who the Salukis will be facing. Chandler, a big right-hander out of Sumter, South Carolina. Couple of big league pitchers out of Sumter, South Carolina. J.P. Sears from Sumter, South Carolina. He was a Yankees pitcher. Now he is with the A's. I used to cover J.P. He was a Citadel baseball player, and when I was part of the baseball broadcast team for the Citadel, the military college of South Carolina in Charleston, J.P. was a pitcher there. So he one of the fellas from Sumter, South Carolina. But anyway, Chandler Richardson, he is the pitcher. This will be his 5th start of the year and his 15th overall appearance. 29 1/3 innings of work, a 3-2 record. Leading things off, it's the left fielder, Jonathan Walsh. First pitch strike. Jonathan now hitting .379. 6 home runs this season. Richardson's pitch is outside. A bit low and off the plate. Due up after Walsh, it's the third baseman, Owen Rother, I should say. Roether. Fouled back. Jonathan out of Stewart County High, Dover, Tennessee. He's got a 2-2 count on him. Richardson from the stretch delivers, swung on, and will stay right at 2-2. Way outside. We are full up on the leadoff batter for the Salukis, Jonathan Walsh. And he works a leadoff base on balls. Walsh, one of the conference leaders in stolen bases. Jonathan with 31 stolen bags. He is third in the conference in that category. So he is on base for Owen Rother, the third baseman. And they know that Walsh will take off given the chance. Keeping him close, or at least trying to. Foul tip. Just off the plate. Brady Cooper's going to DH again this game, and he waits on deck for the Salukis. Walsh pressing his luck and getting picked off for the out. As Richardson, with a good move, guns down the number 3 stolen base leader in the conference. Outside corner strike. Outside. With one out, here comes the 2-2 pitch to the third baseman. We are full with the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. With the DH Brady Cooper waiting on deck. Nobody on base now that Walsh has been picked off. Well, you would have had 2 runners on with nobody out. But that's not the case after the pickoff.
Now batting for the Saluki, the designated hitter, number 22, Brady Cooper.
Brady Cooper, the batter. Lifted out to left field. Drifting under it is Schaefer for the out. Tyler Schaefer collecting the second out.
Now batting the shortstop, number 12, Tylen Graves.
Tylen Graves steps in. Takes a hack at the first pitch. It goes foul. Tylen's had a great year. 17 homers with a .344 average. That's out to right field. The right fielder shading his eyes. That's Husky. He comes up with the out. That will retire the sides. Things kind of started off in a positive way for the Salukis, but that pickoff just kind of was an inning killer, quite frankly. Let's move now to the top of the second inning. I'm Jay Harper, and this is the Game Time Sports Network. Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. The Game Time Sports Network, your ticket to adrenaline-pumping action where every play comes to life. Unleash the athletic excitement of your school, league, or tournament with our live stream play-by-play commentary, bringing you courtside and field level like never before. No more missing the magic. With Game Time Sports Network, witness your favorite teams in real time with expert analysis and electrifying energy. Accessible, immersive, and always on point. Game Time Sports Network, because every moment deserves the spotlight. Don't just watch, experience the game. Game Time Sports Network. For your front row seat, it's game time. Rejoining you once again from Dave Hall Field, the campus of Columbia State in Columbia, Tennessee. And we've got Chamber of Commerce weather here today. Here in Columbia, we are at 72 degrees. And we do have the wind kind of dust up every once in a while, but for the most part, it's been pretty mild. Logan Wallace, the first baseman, will lead off the inning this top of the second. Spinner's pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. Strike two. Trip Ray trying to corral that. Just barely tipping. A 1-2 count on the Tigers' first baseman, Logan Wallace. Hit sharply. That was trapped, so that called a hit. A good effort, however, from Ben Smith. I mean, that gets past him, and Wallace could run for days. Coleman Neese is the center fielder. Neese listed at 5'9". I frankly think they're being a little generous with that. But he's out of Smyrna, Tennessee, Stewart's Creek High School. Our producer, Jonas Harmon, a Stewart's Creek product, even though I don't know that Stewart's Creek wants that public, but there you have it. From the stretch, Declan Spinner delivers, and it's low and outside. Nobody on with a runner on first after Wallace singled. That sneaks through between first and second. Nothing Baker or Walters could do besides watch it go past them. 2 hits to lead off this inning.
For the Tigers, the shortstop, number 12, Taylor Head.
Taylor Head, the batter. The shortstop. Cedar Hill, Tennessee, as we have a mound visit. The winner of this game will play Walters State about, 45 minutes after the conclusion of this one, and that'll be the last one of the day. And then whoever wins the last game of the day will play tomorrow for the championship against Columbia State. This is a double elimination tournament, so there is a possibility, whatever transpires, that we could play a game 2, an if necessary game tomorrow. Both runners on the move, and then they stop. Trip Ray tries to get the runner at first, and I believe he got cleated. Oh, goodness. He appears to be having a seizure of some kind. Oh, my goodness. Oh, That is Coleman Neese. Oh, my. So we will have a pause while they tend to this young man, and we will step away for a bit. This is the Game Time Sports Network.
Julie, constantly in motion, exploring the future of intelligence. Soon, she'll be leading the pack for modern engineering. Or how about Rico, refusing to stand idle? When he sees something broken, it's not an inconvenience, it's a challenge. And there's Asia, uncertain about her exact career path. With a great support team, she's confident in her journey. So what sets these three apart from the rest? They're always moving forward. What's stopping you? Elevate your skills and conquer your tomorrow at Southwest Tennessee Community College.
Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. The Game Time Sports Network your ticket to adrenaline-pumping action where every play comes to life. Unleash the athletic excitement of your school, league, or tournament with our live stream play-by-play commentary, bringing you courtside and field level like never before. No more missing the magic. With Game Time Sports Network, witness your favorite teams in real time with expert analysis and electrifying energy. Accessible, immersive, and always on point. Game Time Sports Network, because every moment deserves the spotlight. Don't just watch, experience the game. Game Time Sports Network. For your front row seat, it's game time.
I chose Columbia State because it was very convenient, it's close to home.
I get a real sense of community, a sense of family.
I absolutely fell in love with the campus and the faculty and the programs and everything like that, and it was so awesome for me.
Explore your opportunities.
Back we are on the Game Time Sports Network. We're in a bit of a pause here, dealing with a medical issue with a player. So we ask for your patience and good thoughts and prayers for this young man. So we will continue to scroll through some of our promotional announcements while this issue is addressed.
Ball State is amazing. Here you'll get a top-notch education with professors who inspire, and with Tennessee Promise or Reconnect, it can be very affordable. Ball State offers small class sizes, 4 convenient locations, and we are big on experiences. Whether you thrive in the lab, the studio, the field, the classroom, or just enjoy hanging around campus, join the family. Go to ballstate.edu to get started.
Those that are attending to this young man are giving the thumbs up sign. So hopefully that is positive. Again, this is game 2 of the day's games. 3 games on the slate today. The first game was quite an exciting game with Columbia State and Walter State, where Columbia State came out on top. They, the number 2 seed. Walter State, the number 1 seed. And Walters will play the winner of this game later on this afternoon. And whoever wins the game later today will face Columbia State in what could be the championship game tomorrow. Again, it's all determined by what else plays out. Chattanooga State, the number 5 seed. They are up against this number 4 seed Saluki team. We've had to push things back, obviously, because of the nasty weather that occurred. When was that? That was Wednesday, I believe, when we had to delay things due to that nasty weather on the 6th. So again, this young man still being tended to. And with that, we will go ahead and step aside again. We appreciate your patience here as priorities, as you can well imagine. And we're not going to sit here and zoom in a camera on them or any of that stuff. So let's just go ahead and step aside, and when things are clear, we will return. This is the Game Time. Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. The Game Time Sports Network, your ticket to adrenaline-pumping action where every play comes to life. Unleash the athletic excitement of your school, league, or tournament with our live stream play-by-play commentary, bringing you courtside and field level like never before. No more missing the magic. With Game Time Sports Network, witness your favorite teams in real time with expert analysis and electrifying energy. Accessible, immersive, and always on point. Game Time Sports Network, because every moment deserves the spotlight. Don't just watch, experience the game. Game Time Sports Network. For your front row seat, it's game time. expected, number 1, Coleman Neese, who was having a medical issue. And I believe he actually, the skin was broken. But he has been assisted to and has left the field via EMTs who were summoned. And as you can imagine, Chattanooga State players are rather upset, and there are even some Saluki players. Matter of fact, the Saluki players are getting involved in coming together. In a show of concern and solidarity. One of the umpires appears to be leading a prayer. So as you can imagine, certainly Chattanooga State players are playing with heavy hearts. And the Saluki players, I'm sure they too are affected by all this. I know I am. My goodness. So we are just somewhat of a holding pattern here. I know there have been scenarios that I've been involved in similar to this at sporting events where both teams agreed to just resume play at a later time, but when you're in the middle of a tournament and, you know, it's a fine line. I mean, you know, it is just baseball and it is just a game, but, you know, this is important to a point, and you are under a time crunch as the next round of play, I think, begins early next week. So could you add more games tomorrow? Certainly. I would suspect that once everyone kind of catches their breath a little bit here, that we will resume play. But again, we're just in a holding pattern at the moment. You know, tournaments are a celebration. The sport of baseball, a celebration. And things of this nature certainly put a damper on that celebratory mood. You've got a beautiful day here. Talented, healthy young men playing a game that I'm willing to bet most of them have played since they're 3 or 4 years old. You're out here having fun, and then you're very much brought back down to earth when an event of this nature takes place. It's obvious many of the Chat State players are really left just shattered and stunned about not just their teammate, but I'm sure their friend, their best, perhaps maybe even best friend in some cases. Coach Greg Dennis, the head coach for Chattanooga State, out chatting with the umpires. Perhaps he has just asked his players, what do you want to do, guys? The ambulance unit is still on site. So it does appear that we are going to resume play as everyone taking their positions. So we do have a runner at first and second. We're in the top of the second inning. And it's Taylor Head at the plate. Connor Birch has taken Coleman Neese's place at first base. Beautiful bunt drop down. Rother can't come up with it. Tried to barehand it. That really his only chance at making a play. So we now have bases loaded, nobody out. As Chat State really has something brewing here. The bunt single. Hunter Rather now the batter, he the DH. As he has hit one right at the base of the fence. 1 run will score. And that's all they can muster is Coach Dennis holding up the runner, Birch, at third. We still have bases loaded, nobody out as the Chat State Tigers have gone up 1-0. And I'm sure you can bet that the Chat State players are saying, let's win this one for Coleman. Spinner's first pitch to the batter, Tyler Husky, is a strike. Husky, the right fielder. He from Smyrna, Tennessee. He, too, a Stewart's Creek High School alum. Spinner misses outside. Bases full of Tigers. Nobody out. As Declan Spinner, the pitcher for the Salukis, trying to get himself out of a jam. The lefty delivers. It's high and inside. Activity already in the Saluki bullpen after the bases loaded walk. Makes it 2-0. The catcher, Baylor Osborne, at the plate. Baylor out of Mount Juliet High, a freshman for the Tigers. And that is going to be a single. I don't know if an error will be credited there, but another run crosses the plate. In fact, 2 runs cross. That makes it 4-0. What a disastrous inning for the Salukis. And in all fairness, I think everyone a little bit distracted over the events of just a few minutes ago. Still nobody out. First and third. That lifted out to left field. Walsh going back, and he's not going to get it. That, a home run. A 3-run home run. Benjamin Morgan breaks this one open and makes it a 7-0 ball game in the top of the second. Here comes Eric Schoenrock. There has been activity in the Saluki bullpen, and Coach Schoenrock, he's not going to mess around. He's going to go ahead and jump into that pen and pull somebody out of it. So Declan Spinner knocked out early. Once we get a bead on who the young man is coming in relief, we will, of course, fill you in.
Your new Saluki pitcher, number 31, Tyler Wilson. Tyler Wilson, the new Saluki pitcher.
You may have heard the public address announcer, Clint Brummett, announced that number 31, Tyler Wilson, will come in relief as Declan Spinner is knocked out early. Get you some info. Tyler Wilson. This his 17th appearance on the year, 45 innings of work. He also has a couple of saves under his belt, a 5-0 record, and an 8.00 earned run average. Wilson continuing to take his warm-up tosses. Wilson is a Murfreesboro, Tennessee product, a 5'10 sophomore, Middle Tennessee Christian, his school. The Tigers busting this inning open, and there are still no outs. The batter is Ty Newton, who flied out to left field his initial at bat. Benjamin Morgan blowing this thing open thus far with a 3-run homer. The leadoff batter in the order, the second baseman, hitting that homer, his 7th of the year. A 0-2 count on the third baseman, Ty Newton. That's chipped out to left field, but tracking it down is Walsh. Finally getting an out.
Now batting number 15, left fielder Tyler Schaefer.
Tyler Schaefer, a strikeout victim, his initial at bat. He the left fielder for Chat State. Tyfer up from Portland, Tennessee. Went to Portland High. I believe they are the Panthers, if I remember correctly. I should remember. I used to call their basketball games at Portland High. I've called so many teams and so many schools over the years that they all just kind of come together. You know, let's face it, they're either Tigers, Cougars, Panthers, you know. So the mascots kind of all run together after a while. I know their colors are purple. I know that. A 2-1 count on Tyler Schaefer. The off-speed pitch just missing inside. Tyler Wilson, the pitcher, coming in relief of Declan Spinner. That is well hit off the top of the wall and chugging into second base and sliding in there with the double is Schaefer. Logan Wallace now the batter, the first baseman.
Number 29, Logan Wallace.
One out for Wallace. Logan is a sophomore, 6'3", 210. Ottawa, Tennessee, and a Walker Valley alum. Jay Harper with you, along with producer Jonas Harmon. I said this at the outset of Game 1 here today. If you've yet to follow along my calls on the Game Time Sports Network, I kind of consider myself a meat and potatoes play-by-play guy. As I've said many times, when I hear complaints from the public about play-by-play people, their biggest complaint is that many of them never shut up. They just talk to hear their own voice. So I'm not one of those that's going to give you a lot of superfluous, in my mind, useless stats. I mean, who cares that the second baseman's uncle's best friend won a fishing tournament in 1967? I mean, there are some types of play-by-play guys that give you that kind of nonsense. I mean, you want to know what's going on? You want your son's name pronounced correctly, and you want to let the pictures pretty much tell most of the story. So a lot of useless stats won't come from me, and I won't just sit here and talk for the sake of talking. And it's worked for me for, well, over 4 decades now. Outside corner strike. This is Connor Birch. He came in place of Coleman Neese, who left injured. That slips out of the hand, making his way to third. That is Schaefer. With 2 outs, you've got the 8th run potentially 90 feet away at third base. A 2-ball, 1-strike count to Connor Birch. Connor from Thompson Station, Tennessee, a 5'8" freshman. Getting around late for the foul ball. I suspect Connor probably did not expect to get into this game. He called into duty off of the injury to Coleman Neese. And down on strikes he goes. Chat State, boy, they explode in that inning, putting 7 on the board. Now it's time for the Salukis to get down to business as we move to the bottom of the second on the Game Time Sports Network.
I chose Columbia State because it was very convenient. It's close to home.
I get a real sense of community, a sense of family.
I absolutely fell in love with the campus and the faculty and the programs and everything like that, and it was so awesome for me.
Explore your opportunities.
Ball State is amazing. Here you'll get a top-notch education with professors who inspire, and with Tennessee Promise or Reconnect, it can be very affordable. Ball State offers small class sizes, 4 convenient locations, and we are big on experiences. Whether you thrive in the lab, the studio, the field, the classroom, or just enjoy hanging around campus, join the family. Go to volstate.edu to get started.
Chandler Richardson taking his warm-up tosses for Chat State, and his offense has given him a nice, comfortable lead for the moment. The score you see is correct. 7-0. The Salukis now send number 29 up to the plate. It's their second baseman, Cameron Baker. First pitch strike from Richardson. Missing low. Baker from Canada. And the young man coming up next, the first baseman, Dylan Walters, he too a Canadian. Right back up the middle, but playing it near the bag is Morgan, and he makes the play. 1 out.
Now batting number 0, the first baseman, Dylan Walters.
Ben Morgan with a big 3-run homer and a big defensive play there. Dylan Walters steps in. That eludes Baker, who jumped about 3 feet in the air. But Walters able to lift the single over his head.
Now batting the catcher.
Trip Ray is the catcher. He's listed at 6'4". I stood up next to Tripp, and boy, he looks bigger than that. You know, and I'll admit, I mean, this happens with basketball players. You know, they'll measure these guys at the beginning of the season. That's a fair ball. Walters hooking it around. He's held up at third, so it's a stand-up double for Ray. He's listed at 6'4", and he comes up big there. 1 out. with 2 runners in scoring position for the Salukis, who I'm sure they would admit have quite a bit of work to do. Matthew Bright, the batter. In yesterday's game against Dyersburg State, Matthew hit the ball just as hard, if not harder, than anyone yesterday. Slow roller to short. Can't get the guy at third. And Matthew hooking it down to first. Walters, he scores. So the Salukis on the board now, 7-1 the score with 1 out. Greg Dennis wants the umpires to chat about whether Bright did, in fact, get on base safely. Ben Smith, the batter, he's the center fielder for Southwest Tennessee. The call will stand at first, so runners on the corners with 1 out for the Salukis. Ben Smith with a monster home run last night. Ben listed at 5'11", Covington, Tennessee, his home. The runner goes at second. Don't make the play. Trip Ray. He comes on in home. We've got another injured player. I believe that is Morgan, that is slow to get up. As he collides with Matthew Bright. I think everybody a little wary now after the injury to Coleman Neese. So it looks like Ben's just going to take a couple of deep breaths and try to shake things off. We'll resume play as Matthew Bright at second base. Well, Trip Ray, he was sent back to third. So second and third now. As Smith looks at a strike. Nice job by Osborne, corralling that pitch in the dirt, potentially saving a run. Trip Ray at third. As I was saying earlier, Tripp is a big young man, listed at 6'4". He looks bigger than that. A lot of times they will take measurements of these young guys in the beginning of the year, and they grow. I know that's particularly not all that uncommon with the basketball players. You know, they'll be 6'8" when the season starts and 6'10" when it ends. Grounded into the dirt. Nice play from Head as he throws out Smith.
Now batting for the Salukis, left fielder number 11, Jonathan Walsh.
We're back to the top of the Saluki order with the left fielder, Jonathan Walsh. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Chandler Richardson, the hurler for the Tigers. The pitch to Walters. Trip Ray did manage to come home on that ground out, so it is indeed 7-2. Having to jump outside to keep that from getting away was Osborne. The count thus going full at 3-2 with 2 outs. The payoff pitch coming to Walsh, the left fielder. And down on strikes he goes. We continue as the Salukis were able to cut the lead a bit. Down by 5 as we head to the top of the third on the Game Time Sports Network. Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. The Game Time Sports Network, your ticket to adrenaline-pumping action where every play comes to life. Unleash the athletic excitement of your school, league, or tournament with our live stream play-by-play commentary, bringing you courtside and field level like never before. No more missing the magic. With Game Time Sports Network, witness your favorite teams in real time with expert analysis and electrifying energy. Accessible, immersive, and always on point. Game Time Sports Network, because every moment deserves the spotlight. Don't just watch, experience the game. Game Time Sports Network, for your front row seat, it's game time. Back we are. Game Time Sports Network.
Is the shortstop, Taylor Head. It's just a maintenance thing that every 100,000 miles my car needs a new tire. Yeah, and I just hit 200,000 miles. I was like, damn, I gotta spend $1,500 now. Like, I really don't want to do that.
Tyler Wilson still in there for the Salukis on the mound. The batter's Taylor Head, the Chattanooga State shortstop. Wilson's first pitch, just outside. Taylor reached with a bunt earlier. It was a beauty. Gets the strike call. 1-1. Nice changeup from Wilson. That has head out in front. Hunter Rather, he is the next batter. Outside. After Hunter, Tyler Husky due up. A full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. On the Tiger shortstop, Taylor Head. He loses him. Lead off base runner. Hunter Rather, he singled to center field in his first at bat today. He now at the plate for the Tigers with a runner on. More activity in the Saluki bullpen. Coach Schoenrock had an early hook for his starter, Declan Spinner. As Declan got into some early trouble there in the top of the second. And Coach Schoenrock not messing around, as he has gone here now to Wilson. And again, more activity in that Saluki pen. Delivering from the stretch, Wilson's breaking ball is a called strike. That is lifted out to left field, and that ain't coming back. It's a 2-run homer. Hunter Rather. A 9-2 ball game. As Hunter Rather hits that ball rather far. The second home run of the day for Chat State hitters. Morgan with a 3-run shot and the 2-run homer there from Rather, which brings up Taylor Husky, the right fielder. Husky reaching base earlier via the walk. Breaking ball doesn't really do all that much. It misses. 3-1 count. Nobody out, still the case, as the Tigers have put 2 across off the 2-run homer. Gets the high strike. Wilson from the windup. And Rother can't believe he let that one get by. He had to olay it as opposed to giving in front of it. And he gets past him. So it is scored as a hit.
The catcher, number 22, Baylor Osborne.
Husky reaches on the single to left. Baylor Osborne, the catcher. He will step in from the left-hand side. Swung on and fouled down the left field line. A 1-1 count on the Chat State catcher, Baylor Osborne. The pitch is high. We go 2-1. Tyler Husky at first base after the single that got past Rother at third. With the runner on, delivering from the stretch, Tyler Wilson. Over to the second baseman, trying for the DP, and they complete it. As Baker scoops it up, flips it over to Graves, and he in turn gets it to Walters at first. 2 outs. We're back to the top of the order.
Second baseman, number 2, Ben Morgan.
Benjamin Morgan, that 3-run homer, really changed the complexion of this game. He looks at a first pitch strike. An 0-2 count now. Morgan's last at bat was his 7th home run of the season. They do combine regular season and postseason stats together to give a overall picture of a player's performance. Partly cloudy, 72 degrees here at Dave Hall Field in Columbia, Tennessee. Jay Harper with producer Jonas Harmon. Game Time Sports Network, another game following this one. Being careful with Morgan, understandably so. The payoff coming now. That almost hit him. The inning continues with 2 outs, and now it is Ty Newton, the third baseman.
Now batting the third baseman, number 17, Ty Newton.
Ty has flied out a couple of times. It hit a mile high, but it is foul. The activity continues in the Saluki bullpen. That put in play. Drifting under it is Walsh, and the side is finally retired. But the Tigers, they push 2 more across to go up 9-2 as we move just to the bottom of the third inning on the Game Time Sports Network.
Julie, constantly in motion, exploring the future of intelligence. Soon, she'll be leading the pack for modern engineering. Or how about Rico, refusing to stand idle? When he sees something broken, it's not an inconvenience, it's a challenge. And there's Asia, uncertain about her exact career path. With a great support team, she's confident in her journey. So what sets these 3 apart from the rest? They're always moving forward. What's stopping you? Elevate your skills and conquer your tomorrow at Southwest Tennessee Community College.
Ball State is amazing. Here you'll get a top-notch education with professors who inspire, and with Tennessee Promise or Reconnect, it can be very affordable. Ball State offers small class sizes, 4 convenient locations, and we are big on experiences. Whether you thrive in the lab, the studio, the field, the classroom, or just enjoy hanging around campus, join the family. Go to ballstate.edu to get started.
The pitcher, Chandler Richardson, he is, for the most part, kind of cruising along here. He's only allowed 3 hits. As we mentioned before, Chandler, he is from Sumter, South Carolina. A 6'1", 205 freshman.
Previous inning, the Chattanooga State Tigers record 2 runs on 2 hits and leave 1 man on base. Now batting for the Saluki, number 14, the third baseman, Owen Rother.
Owen Rother will be the first batter to face Richardson in the bottom of the third inning. Richardson, as we said, from Sumter, South Carolina. There have been a number of big league pitchers from Sumter. You've got J.P. Sears. Again, I mentioned him earlier. Used to be with the Citadel. He's with the A's now. As Rother lifts that out, is that in no man's land? No, finally coming under it, drifting under it to make the catch is Birch, Connor Birch. Jordan Montgomery, who was also did well with the Yankees for a while, then went over to the Diamondbacks. Don't know if he's still with them. I think he ended up with Texas. I don't know if his career is flamed out or what. Then you've got Clark Schmidt, also from Sumter. So that little bitty town in South Carolina has delivered some big league pitchers. I covered J.P. Sears during my time at the Citadel with their broadcast team. Jordan Montgomery, Clark Schmidt, former Gamecocks. Brady Cooper is the designated hitter for the Salukis. As he's brushed off the plate. Southwest Tennessee, the designated home team in this game because they have the better seed position, but they're in their road grays. Chat State in their whites. Frankly, I think in these long tournaments, it kind of comes down to whatever's clean is what you wear that day. I know in my case in these long tournaments, that isn't even a factor. You know, you give it the sniff test. Well, I don't think I'll offend as many people if I wear this as if I wear that. Cooper draws the walk. Tylen Graves, the batter. The pitch bounces in there. Osborne corrals it. That keeps Cooper at first. Cooper at first. He's got 4 stolen bases. I really wouldn't look for him to try to take off. Greg Dennis making his way to the mound. There has been a little bit of activity, and he's taken the ball. Been some activity in that bullpen. And perhaps here in the bottom of the third, he's feeling like he has a better matchup by bringing in number 33, who happens to be Zach Poor. He is a sophomore, Glasgow, Kentucky, 6 foot, 200 pounds. This will be Zach's 23rd appearance this year. 34 innings of work, an 0-3 record, and a 6.62 earned run average. Let's see here. We are about 13 minutes past 4 p.m. Central. And I have received 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spam phone calls. Oh, my gosh. You know, they keep passing this legislation that say, boy, we're going to nip that in the bud. And to me, it's only gotten worse. Oh. The winner of this game will face Walters State in the last game of the day. That game is scheduled to begin in 46 minutes. Newsflash, that ain't going to happen. We're only in the bottom of the third, and we're a third of the way through the inning here in the bottom of the third. Tylen Graves, the shortstop, is the batter. Oh, fouls that off his foot. A hop, skip, and a jump. Tylen wears one of those shin guards and also has some protection on his front foot. But he still took that off the toe, I believe. 2 balls and a strike to the Saluki shortstop. We've got Poltergeist in the press box. Yes, and our public address announcer, Clint Brummett, accurately claimed, hey, that could be a book. Poltergeist in the press box. Man, giving me an idea. 2-2. The pitch outside. Zach Poor, the reliever, coming in place of Chandler Richardson. From the stretch with a runner on and making the pickoff attempt. Wanting to make sure the Cooper isn't going anywhere. As I mentioned, he's only got 4 stolen bases this year. One of the conference stolen base leaders, Jonathan Walsh, he got picked off earlier today, which was really an inning killer, as Chandler Richardson caught him leaning just a little too far to the base, to second. That's out to right field, shading his eyes, the right fielder, Husky. He makes the catch for the out. Graves is retired. It's the second time he's flied out to right field today. All right, it's been pointed out to me that Husky is over in center as Birch has moved over to right. So thanks to the official scorer for pointing that out. I normally have the binoculars to check things out, but they are not with me at the moment. They will be next game. There's a strike from the pitcher, Poor. Zach Poor, Poore. Glasgow High School, Glasgow, Kentucky. They are really worried about Cooper at first. I really don't think he's going anywhere, but with 2 outs, you got to just be concentrating on the batter. And that batter, who happens to be Cameron Baker, has a base hit to right field. Now, the next Canadian that plays for Coach Schoenrock, that will be Dylan Walters, the batter. Dylan Walters from Ontario, Canada. That's a sky-high right field hit that, well, it's not a hit, but the ball hit out there, and boy, the right fielder Birch had to get on it to get that one taken care of, and he does. We'll move along. The Salukis, they can't come up with any runs in the bottom of the third. The top of the fourth is upcoming on the Game Time Sports Network.
Ball State is amazing. Here you'll get a top-notch education with professors who inspire, and with Tennessee Promise or Reconnect, it can be very affordable. Ball State offers small class sizes, 4 convenient locations, and we are big on experiences. Whether you thrive in the lab, the studio, the field, the classroom, or just enjoy hanging around campus, join the family. Go to volstate.edu to get started.
I chose Columbia State because it was very convenient, it's close to home.
I get a real sense of community, a sense of family.
I absolutely fell in love with the campus and the faculty and the programs and everything like that, and it was so awesome for me.
Explore your opportunities.
Southwest Tennessee head coach Eric Schoenrock, he's elected to bring somebody else out of the bullpen. The new pitcher is Dylan Rainey, a 6'1", 190-pound freshman. The right-hander, as you can see. He from Rainbow City, Alabama. Westbrook Christian. Give you some of his stats. Dylan Rainey, a 3-2 record. He has primarily been a starter this year. 10 starts on the season. This will be his 14th overall appearance. 35 and a third innings of work with a 7.90 earned run average. The first batter he'll get to face is the left fielder for the Tigers, Tyler Schaefer. First pitch is a ball. Logan Wallace waiting on deck. Then it will be Birch. Swung on. Short hop to first baseman Walters for the out. The Tiger first baseman, Logan Wallace, the batter. Logan, a tall sophomore at 6'3". Wallace, 295 average on the year. Good sized guy, but he only has one homer. This Chat State team, not really a home run hitting team, 37 total as a team. Whereas Southwest Tennessee they have 99. When the day started, Walter State had 123 homers, and then we had a home run in that first game earlier today by Drew Blaylock. So they now have 100 even, or 124. Birch lifts it out to right field, where Bright makes the catch. That retires the side. That was a pretty quick inning for the Salukis as they look to try to put some more runs on the board. They're in trouble here, down by 7 as the bottom of the 4th inning upcoming on the Game Time Sports Network. Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. The Game Time Sports Network, your ticket to adrenaline-pumping action where every play comes to life. Unleash the athletic excitement of your school, league, or tournament with our live stream play-by-play commentary, bringing you courtside and field level like never before. No more missing the magic. With Game Time Sports Network, witness your favorite teams in real time with expert analysis and electrifying energy. Accessible, immersive, and always on point. Game Time Sports Network, because every moment deserves the spotlight. Don't just watch, experience the game. Game Time Sports Network, for your front row seat, it's game time. Jay Harper rejoining you, Game Time Sports Network. One of the things we do in between innings, like a lot of other folks, is kind of check out things on our phone, news and whatnot. And our producer, Jonas Harmon, showing us photos of a massive fire taking place at a plastics facility in Henry County. I mean, the fire looks like it's taking up several blocks. My gosh. Henry County. Zach Poor delivers the first pitch to Trip Ray. That is a ball. Trip, the catcher for Southwest Tennessee. A single on the day. He's also scored a run. Looks at a strike. Swung on and called foul. Not by much. That had Newton, the third baseman, running for cover. That was a hot shot. One ball, two strikes to the Saluki catcher, Trip Ray. Matthew Bright wakes on deck. He's the right fielder. Missing low. Lifted foul, back out of play. And fouled once again as Trip Ray just giving a piece of these fastballs from Zach Poor. More stretching continuing in the Saluki bullpen. We go full on the catcher, Trip Ray. He, the leadoff batter for Southwest Tennessee in the bottom of the fourth. And down he goes. Poor winning that battle. Trip Ray retired via the strikeout for the first out.
The right fielder, number 26, Matthew Bright.
Here comes the 1-0 to the right fielder as Bright makes a good decision, not swinging at that. That was looked pretty good coming up there, but then dove out of the zone. 2 balls, no strikes. Now we go 3-0. Finding the plate for the strike. One more game to play today. The winner of this game will take on Walter State after this. So, whoever wins this, boy, they got to dust themselves off and jump right back in. If things hold true, it looks like it's going to be Chattanooga State. Of course, we're only about halfway through this. So it would be Chat State, Walter State. And the winner of that game tonight will face Columbia State for what could be the championship game. Popped foul. Poor losing control. That ends up clipping Bright. Matthew takes his base. 1 out for the batter. This is Ben Smith, the center fielder. Ben with a big homer last night. The lefty flipping it over to first, keeping Matthew Bright honest. A 3-run blast for Ben Smith in his first at bat yesterday against Dyersburg State. That his 9th homer of the year last evening. Gets the strike call, does Smith. Ben calling for time. Just looking to take a breath and reassess things as he steps back in the box. Smith waiting on the pitch from Zach Poor with a runner on and 1 out. That slipped out of his hand. Bright skips down to second base. With 1 out, runner in scoring position now for the center fielder. Ben Smith, the number 9 hitter. Jonathan Walsh waiting on deck, the left fielder and leadoff batter for the Salukis. A full count on the Saluki center fielder. The 3-2 pitch, and Poor steps off. Ben with a good at bat. Making Poor work. And now 2 runners on with 1 out. And the top of the order up, so this a prime opportunity for the Salukis to get back in this one. And we now have a coaching assistant out to have a word with Zach Poor. Congratulations once again to the Volunteer State Lady Pioneers. They come through a very tough tournament to win the championship of the tournament against the counterparts to this Chat State baseball team. That would be the Lady Tigers of Chattanooga State. Blythe Golden and her crew gave it just a valiant effort, defeating Volunteer State on that first quote-unquote championship game. Double elimination tournament just like this one, so they played them again. And Vol State coming out on top. They now move on to the NJCAA World Series. That's May 25th through the 30th in Oxford, Alabama. So congratulations to Coach of the Year, Christian Lynn, and the Lady Pioneers. Osborne had to leap out of his crouch to catch that one. 2 runners on. Walsh at the plate. The Salukis could certainly do themselves some favors. It looks like we got a double play ball. Walsh giving it all he can, and he's safe. 2 out with runners on the corners on the fielder's choice. Owen Rother, the batter. And third on the team in home runs. Tylen Graves, the leader, with 17. Then Cooper with 14. And Rother with 13. 2 Suzukis with 12 homers. Dylan Walters and Trip Ray. The number 4 seed Salukis down by 7 to the number 5 seed Tigers of Chattanooga State. And the decoy, Walsh, the decoy at first base, trying to draw a throw in order to potentially score a run, but that does not work as Bright is thrown out at home. The Salukis come up empty in the bottom of the 4th as we move to the 5th inning. I'm Jay Harper along with producer Jonas Harmon. This is the Game Time Sports Network.
Julie, constantly in motion, exploring the future of intelligence. Soon, she'll be leading the pack for modern engineering. Or how about Rico, refusing to stand idle? When he sees something broken, it's not an inconvenience, it's a challenge. And there's Asia, uncertain about her exact career path. With a great support team, she's confident in her journey. So what sets these 3 apart from the rest? They're always moving forward. What's stopping you? Elevate your skills and conquer your tomorrow at Southwest Tennessee Community College.
I chose Columbia State because it was very convenient. It's close to home.
I get a real sense of community, a sense of family.
I absolutely fell in love with the campus and the faculty and the programs and everything like that, and it was so awesome for me.
Explore your opportunities.
Dylan Rainey still on the mound for the Salukis, the right-hander. But there was some movement in the Saluki bullpen a little bit ago, but it looks like everybody has sat down over there. And there was some stretching in the Chat State bullpen. Stepping to the plate, it's the shortstop, Taylor Head, that will get this half inning underway. Top of the fifth. Chat State looking to add to this 7-run lead. Should Chat State score 3 more runs and we go to the bottom of the inning and the Salukis remain scoreless, that would be ball game. 10-run rule after 5, 8-run rule after 7. Missing outside. Hunter Rather with a 2-run homer is the next batter. Finding the plate is Rainey. Dillon with a 7.90 earned run average coming in. And another strike. Dillon typically a starter. He has 10 starts on the year. This his 4th appearance in relief. He misses the mark. He shakes his head as he walks off the mound as he loses the leadoff batter to a walk.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 18, Hunter Rather. As his mom said, just have fun, baby.
Hunter Rather, a 2-run home run on the day and a single. That right back up the middle. Beautiful play. Nicely turned DP. Baker flipping it to Graves, who gets it over to Walters. 4-6-3 DP. 2 down. That a big double play to dispense with Rather. Now we have the center fielder, Tyler Husky. Tyler started in right, but he moved over to center field when Coleman Neese went down with an injury. Connor Birch came in to replace Neese, but he over in right field. Giving it a heck of a run. The right fielder, what a fine play by Matthew Bright. He was playing in dead right field, and he runs all the way over into the Chat State bullpen to collect the 3rd out. That was a long way. Boy, that popcorn does smell good, doesn't it? We're going to move along. We'll be back. Give us just a minute on the Game Time Sports Network. Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. The Game Time Sports Network. Your ticket to adrenaline-pumping action where every play comes to life. Unleash the athletic excitement of your school, league, or tournament with our live stream play-by-play commentary, bringing you courtside and field level like never before. No more missing the magic. With Game Time Sports Network, witness your favorite teams in real time with expert analysis and electrifying energy. Accessible, immersive, and always on point. Game Time Sports Network, because every moment deserves the spotlight. Don't just watch, experience the game. Game Time Sports Network. For your front row seat, it's game time. .72 degrees here at Dave Hall Field in Columbia, Tennessee. Man, it's been a gorgeous day today. And we deserve it. Tomorrow looking to be much the same, perhaps a little warmer, a high of around 78, but plenty of sunshine. Owen Rother will try to get something going for the Salukis. They with just 4 hits thus far. Swung on over to the shortstop. That is Head, Taylor Head, for the out.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 22,
Brady Cooper, the left-handed DH. We had mentioned yesterday that this freshman has really done well in his debut season at the college level. Leads the team in batting average with .398, 14 home runs, 63 RBI. Coach Schoenrock placing enough trust in this young freshman to have him oftentimes in the cleanup role, batting third here in this game. And he gets hit by a pitch, and that's Smarts. Anytime you get hit on the ribs, that is not fun. I've had a couple of major surgeries in my life. I've had a couple of back surgeries. I got a whole bunch of titanium and stuff in my lower back. No picnic, let me tell you. But the broken ribs, the most painful thing I've been through. Fortunately, I've not been through kidney stones or childbirth. I'm told that those really rank up there. And I'm not ready for either one, especially one of those. Actually, both of those, but. Tylen Graves gets pushed off the plate. Graves, the team leader in homers, with 17. Fouls another one off his foot. He did that his last at bat. You know, it's Murphy's Law of padding. Wherever you put the pads and the guards, that's not where the ball's going to hit. Two balls, one strike. Low and inside to go 3-1. One out with Brady Cooper at first after he was hit by a pitch. We are at a full count on the Saluki shortstop. Two base runners on now for Southwest Tennessee with one out after the walk. Cameron Baker, the batter, the second baseman. Boy, he has started off a couple of slick double plays today. Two runners on, one out. The pitch is outside. Cameron Baker hitting .333 on the year, 7 homers with 38 RBI. And now Osborne, he wants to have a word with Mr. Poor. And many times in my marriage, my wife has referred to me as Mr. Poor. Two and 0 the count. Baker swings out to right field. That's going to drop. That hits the wall. That will score 2 runs for Southwest Tennessee on a stand-up double from the second baseman, Cameron Baker. A 9-4 ball game. So only one crossed the plate. I was thinking that Graves would be able to cross. So it is 9-3 with 2 runners on. There is a huge pole in front of me blocking third base. Over to Head at short, 2 down. Now Graves scores. So now it's 9-4. Trip Ray will try to keep the inning underway for the Salukis with a runner in scoring position. That is Cameron Baker at second. Tripp with a single on the day. He in double figures in homers with 12. Popped up. The second baseman calling for it. Ooh, Morgan, that turned into more of an adventure than he bargained for, but he makes the catch. That was not an easy pop-up by any means. We retire the sides as we move to the top of the 6th inning now on the Game Time Sports Network.
I chose Columbia State because it was very convenient. It's close to home.
I get a real sense of community, a sense of family.
I absolutely fell in love with the campus and the faculty and the programs and everything like that, and it was so awesome for me.
Explore your opportunities.
Ball State is amazing. Here you'll get a top-notch education with professors who inspire, and with Tennessee Promise or Reconnect, it can be very affordable. Ball State offers small class sizes, 4 convenient locations, and we are big on experiences. Whether you thrive in the lab, the studio, the field, the classroom, or just enjoy hanging around campus, join the family. Go to volstate.edu to get started.
Leading off the sixth for the Tigers.
Baylor Osborne leads things off for the Chat State Tigers in the top of the sixth. Walter State, the Senators, just getting off the bus as they have arrived back here at Dave Hall. Cameron Baker with the out. Giving it over to Walker. One away. Ben Morgan's had a good day at the plate, that big 3-run homer. He also has a single. First pitch, strike. Rainey still the pitcher for Southwest Tennessee. He delivers a ball outside to go 1-1. Ty Newton waits on deck, the third baseman for Chat State. A 2-2 count with one out. Should this score prevail, Chat State, they'll just be able to dust themselves off to get into the next game. At the strikeout as Morgan is retired. Two away.
Third baseman, number 17,
Ty Newton. He the next batter. And if he can get aboard, we'll see Tyler Schaefer, the left fielder. First pitch outside. It out to right field. Chasing it down is Bright. He can't get there. Standing in with the double. Ty Newton. That will bring us to the left fielder, Tyler Schaefer, after the 2-out hit.
Tyler Schaefer, the left fielder.
First pitch, ball. Logan Wallace, the first baseman, hoping he can be part of all this. He waits on deck. The pitch from Rainey. Swung on. That's a fair ball. That gets past Walker at first. That will score another run to make it 10-4. They are going to credit the batter with a hit.
Number 29, Logan Wallace.
Logan Wallace now the batter. A single on the day. First pitch foul for a strike. From the stretch, Rainey delivers. Inside. Strike two. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Logan Wallace, the Chat State first baseman, at the plate. That just clipped him on the shirt sleeve. Not really much of an effort to get out of the way of that, but he does reach base.
Now batting the right fielder, number 8, Connor Birch.
Connor Birch now the batter. A short discussion with Trip Ray and the pitcher, Dylan Rainey. Connor Birch, the batter. Connor flied out to right in his previous at bat. 2 hit batsmen in a row.
Now batting the shortstop, Taylor Head.
That brings Taylor Head to the plate. That comes close to hitting Taylor. Rainey losing his release point all of a sudden.
He's 1 for 1 with 2 walks today.
Trip Ray bouncing from behind the plate to make sure that the runner at third, that's Schaefer, make sure Schaefer doesn't go anywhere. Bases full of Tigers. They really have a chance. Granted, there's 2 outs here, but certainly a big chance to add to this 6-run lead. They've only put 1 across this inning thus far. But they're going to add some more. 2 more runs score off of the 2-out clutch hit. Taylor Head. We're back to the DH for Chat State. That's Hunter Rather. A 12-4 score as Chat State pouring it on. 11 hits for the Tigers thus far. Swung on. Over in the Sunfield, Bright. For a moment, he kind of outstretched his hands like, hey, where is this thing? But he ultimately makes the catch. That is quite the Sunfield. And Matthew, he looks back up at the sky like, wow. How did I see that to make the catch? It's an 8-run lead for Chat State as Southwest Tennessee comes up to the plate once again. We'll keep it right here. I'm Jay Harper. This is Game Time Sports Network. We've got one more game to play today. The opponent of whoever wins this game is already here. That would be Walter State. Walter State, the number 1 seed, they lose to Columbia State earlier today, and they certainly made it interesting. It was an 8-7 victory for the Chargers, Desi Ammons and company. You can bet the number 1 seed, Walter State. They are loaded for bear coming into this next game. And whoever wins this game, and at the moment it looks like it's going to be Chattanooga State. They were already defeated by Walters. The very first game of the tournament. $10 o'clock on, let's see. Well, not the first game of the tournament, but an earlier game of the tournament. Again, pardon me, I'm looking at the bracket incorrectly here. But anyway, they have played before, and Walters defeated them quite handily, I might add. And, of course, these teams have played one another on a number of occasions during the regular season. I mean, all of these teams, they know each other well. And many of these players know each other well. Heck, they played on the same schools in high school, or they knew each other in middle school, or played rec ball together or travel ball together. These teams in the TCCAA, again, they are quite familiar with one another. Very few surprises come along when they face one another. Now Matthew Bright gets clipped. Zach Poore looking into his dugout like, are you kidding me? Ben Smith, the batter, the center fielder for Southwest Tennessee. Chattanooga State defeated Southwest Tennessee in the very first game of the tournament. That I do have right. They were run ruled by this Chat State team, 16-4. So if the score remains as it is, they may get run ruled again in the 7th inning. Southwest Tennessee as the home team will get to bat in the bottom of the 7th. That's lifted sky high. The third baseman calling for it, making the play, is Newton for the out. It's a pop out for Ben Smith. Jonathan Walsh up to the plate. The Saluki left fielder. Pitching inside as Walsh shuffles out of the way. Matthew Bright on first for Southwest Tennessee after being hit by a pitch. And gee, there is spam call number 12 on the day. Drives me insane. Swinging over the pitch on the fastball is Walsh to go 2-1. Hit into the ground, charged by the shortstop Head. And the out is made after the first baseman Wallace has to tag Walsh as he goes by, but the out collected nonetheless. Owen Rother, the batter, the third baseman. A low and inside first pitch for ball one. Swung on, over to Head at short. Busy guy over there, and he fires a strike for the out. The Salukis can't put any more across. They've just got 1/2 inning left to save their season. We'll move to the top of the 7th on the Game Time Sports Network. Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. The Game Time Sports Network, your ticket to adrenaline-pumping action where every play comes to life. Unleash the athletic excitement of your school, league, or tournament with our live stream play-by-play commentary, bringing you courtside and field level like never before. No more missing the magic. With Game Time Sports Network, witness your favorite teams in real time with expert analysis and electrifying energy. Accessible, immersive, and always on point. Game Time Sports Network, because every moment deserves the spotlight. Don't just watch, experience the game. Game Time Sports Network, for your front row seat, it's game time. We return to Dave Hall Field. Jay Harper, Game Time Sports Network. All right. Now, oh boy. Now I'm not only getting the spam phone calls, but boy, I have gotten an email here claiming that it is from the corporate head office and that I'm in trouble. Yes. Well, seeing as how I am in the corporate head office, I guess I'm in trouble with myself. I'm going to have to reprimand myself to make sure that never happens again. Tyler Husky, the batter. Dylan Rainey. He still remains on the hill for Coach Schoenrock and Southwest Tennessee. He delivers a first pitch strike. Tyler Husky, he has moved over to center field. Started the game in right. Oh and 2 on the foul ball. We're now at a 1-2 count as Tyler Husky leads off this inning for the Chat State Tigers. The catcher, Baylor Osborne. Down on strikes, so Rainey taking care of business on the first batter he sees in the top of the 7th. Baylor Osborne, the catcher, he's hitting to a double play today.
Now batting the catcher, number 22, Baylor Osborne.
Rainey makes Osborne move his feet. We'll get to the top of the order after Osborne's at bat. That would be Ben Morgan. Liam Cruikshank is warming up in the Saluki bullpen. Called strike. Cruikshank, one of Coach Schoenrock's go-to relievers. Third on the team in appearances as the catcher. The number 9 hitter is walked.
Now batting the second baseman, Ben Morgan.
So we are back to the top of the order. One out. Morgan with the huge hit of the day for Chat State. That would be a 3-run homer as the pitch from Rainey is up and outside. That's hit hard. That is hit hard enough to be a 2-run homer. Morgan, his second home run of the day. 14-4 your score. What a day for Ben Morgan. His 7th and 8th home runs of the season in this tournament game. 5 RBI for Morgan. Ty Newton, the batter. Now Southwest Tennessee with an even bigger hill to climb in the bottom of the 7th to keep their hopes alive. They down by 10. Shallow center field, charging in and making the catch is Ben Smith. Two away for the left fielder, Tyler Schaefer. First pitch strike. Missing inside, but not by much. Schaefer with a double on the day to right field. Lifted out to left field where Walsh picks it out of the air for the third out. But this hard-hitting Chattanooga State team, they come through with 2 more runs. They have scored 7 in the second, 2 in the third, 3 in the sixth, and now 2 more in the seventh to go up by 10 with a 14-4 score. Eric Schoenrock and company, man, they've got quite the mountain to climb, as it is an 8-run rule 7th inning that they have to overcome as they come to bat in the bottom of the 7th. Let's break away for 30 seconds on the Game Time Sports Network.
I chose Columbia State because it was very convenient. It's close to home.
I get a real sense of community, a sense of family.
I absolutely fell in love with the campus and the faculty and the programs and everything like that, and it was so awesome for me.
Explore your opportunities.
I'm Jay Harper, as the Oregon player has just been on his game today. Need to give that guy a raise. A 10-run deficit. Southwest Tennessee on the verge of their very good season coming to a close. Coming into the game, Southwest with a 21-9 conference record and a 37-22 overall record. Chat State at 18-12 and 33-16 overall. Brady Cooper, the batter. Zach Poor delivers a first pitch strike to the number 3 hitter in the order for Southwest Tennessee, Brady Cooper. Tylen Graves, Cam Baker, they're up next. Cooper, one of those Rossview products. Boy, they're everywhere. A 6'1", 190-pound freshman. Charging over to cover the bag is Zach Poor, and he gets there. Nice fielding play by Wallace. One away for the next batter.
Next up for the Salukis, the shortstop, number 12, Tylen Graves.
This could well be Tylen Graves' final at-bat as a Southwest Tennessee Saluki. What a fabulous career he has had here for Southwest. From Bartlett, Tennessee, listed at 6'4", 200 pounds. "17 home runs this season coming into today, a .344 average, 74 RBI, and a fine defensive shortstop. Over the fence, but foul by about 10 feet. Getting around a little too early. Anticipating that fastball and getting around quickly on it. A two ball, 1 strike count. The count going 3-1 for Graves. That's it pretty well. Hits the bottom of the fence. So Tylen with a stand-up double. A one-out double for the shortstop for Southwest Tennessee, Tylen Graves.
Now batting for the Salukis, the second baseman, number 29, Cameron Baker.
The second baseman, Cam Baker, up at the plate. Cam's had a fine year, a .333 average when the day started with 7 homers. Cam's a sophomore from Ontario, Canada. His teammate Dylan Walters, also from Ontario. Dylan waits on deck. The pitch outside. Popped out to shallow right field, where Birch collects it. 2 away. The season now coming down to this Ontario, Canada native, the first baseman, Dylan Walters.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 0, Dylan Walters.
This very likely the last at-bat for Walters in his Southwest Tennessee career as he fouls one. He is a sophomore. Zach Poore has come in relief of Chandler Richardson, who started the game, and both have held the Salukis to just 6 hits. Walters hit by the pitch. He ain't happy about it.
Now batting,
2 runners on, 2 outs. Trip Ray, the batter. And this may well be Tripp's last at bat as a Saluki. He too a sophomore. A strike right down the chute. Pulled foul by Ray. He knew he just missed that. Yelling at himself under his breath. We're full up with Trip Ray, so we are a ball away from loading the bases as things get a little interesting with 2 outs. The payoff pitch, Zach Poor to Trip Ray. Bases loaded. Matthew Bright. He, the batter, that will attempt to keep Southwest Tennessee's hopes alive.
The right fielder, number 26, Matthew Bright.
Zach Poor. Not one to hide his emotions on the mound, as he now chats with one of the assistants. That was a quick little greeting. My guess it's hey, Zach, 2 outs. Get this guy. Right on, Coach. The ball gets past Osborne, so a run is plated as Graves scores to make it 14-5. Walters now at third base with Trip Ray at second. Foul ball. So I don't think we're going to make that 5 o'clock start for the third game. Two strikes. It comes down to a final strike for Southwest Tennessee. Keeps pulling them foul. Bright, a sophomore out of Dallas, Georgia. Morgan comes up with it. And Chat State, they defeat Southwest Tennessee for the second time in this tournament. It's a 14-5 final. The initial contest in the tournament was a 16-4 victory for Chat State, or Southwest Tennessee, rather. Pardon me, I got that backwards. Anyway, Chat State returning the favor. That will bring this one to a close. We got to get ready for the nightcap as Chat State, they've got to just go hit the men's room and then head back out on the field as Walter State. They won, they lost their game earlier today against Columbia State, but they've had a little bit of time to collect themselves and, maybe get a shower, a nice lunch, relax a little bit, kind of rest up before heading back here. Chat State, on the other hand, they have got to suck it up and play again to live another day and possibly face Columbia State tomorrow. So let's wrap this one up. We got another game to get to, and we'll have it on the game.